What in the world? I don't know what just happened. Technical difficulties. But we here. B.M.F. episode 5. First reaction. This was a good episode. I liked how they kind of showed how Meech and Terry operation got pushed to the, point of desperation, and how when you getting into this game, it ain't no rules and it's ugly. We also saw the desperation of what's going on with Wood Harris' character, and he's gotten to the point where he about to try to turn snitch. He also done stole on Meech, and I think this was a good episode. I would give this episode about an 8.5. It was definitely good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover a couple of the biggest highlights of this episode and break it on down, give you my first reaction, and then we wrap it up, and I'll talk about it later tonight. So one of the things that I did like about this episode is it shows that it's a lot of people got a lot of lies and cover-ups and things going on, and that's the actual name of this episode. And so what happened with some of these lies is that Meech and Terry, especially Terry, been lying to his mama about what he been doing this whole time. And she in denial. She been lying to herself if she believed that this dude ain't involved in this street business somehow. I mean, they 15, 16 years old, driving Mercedes-Benz, and got fur coats, gold chains, and all kind of money, paying all kind of bills. And we see that when they was in the court, well, not in the court, but in the hearing, to see what's going on with this lawsuit with the hospital, they went on ahead and put some pictures up on the board, and they saying basically how is he able to afford this $30,000 car, this, that, and the other. And they trying to, the lawyer stepped it up, their lawyer, and tried to say this ain't about that. But the father, he been saying this the whole time. And the mom been in denial. She still want to believe her son, but she ain't believing her own eyes. And you got to believe your own eyes first and foremost. She a grown person, and she knows what it takes to afford this stuff and what type of job you would need. And she knows that no high school student is wearing Rolex and fur coats and driving Mercedes-Benz and all the things that he's doing. And they even put it up there showing, hey, look, if this go to court, then this could even become bigger. So we see that their lies could be further exposed, and it shows right there that, be careful, man. Don't get too greedy. They offered them $25,000. That $25,000 would be equal to maybe close to $60,000 today, $70,000 today's cash. I mean, think about it. That Mercedes was $30,000. So you can't really buy a Mercedes for $30,000, and that was an E-Class. So an E-Class today is running around 50, 60 grand brand new. So they roughly was getting offered between 50 grand, give or take. And he, they looking at it as if they push, they may walk away with less. It could bring more heat and attention to the drug game that they are part of. And so Terry don't know what to say, what to do. Pops is saying they should settle. He already know that's a lot of money. Moms is thinking about if everything was a legit situation, then I could understand her being upset that his vision could be compromised the rest of his life. But Pops knows they need to, you know, take well enough alone, because this ain't legit situation, and the chances of, you know, things backfiring and they ending up with nothing is high. And they already got money. They two dope boys anyway, so they should go ahead and take what they can. And she, you know, she's not seeing it for that. She's believing him, but again, not believing her own eyes. So she lying to herself. And we'll see, you know, later in that episode when Terry was talking with his girlfriend, he don't know what he should do. And she did tell him, hey, it would be good to have some money of your own instead of having everything tied up with Meech, which could lead to a bigger problem down the road. But we saw that when they did talk about he's going to meet up with the new Connect, Big L, that Meech didn't really say too much at that time about it. He did tell him, you too flashy. He didn't really appreciate it and didn't really believe it, but he not really seeing himself. And sometimes people don't really see themselves for what they are, and it takes somebody else to let you know, hold the mirror up for you. And he was a little bit in denial while he's sitting there with a 4-finger ring to say Meech with diamonds and chains and all this stuff, driving in the Benz. He talking about, am I flashy? Hell yeah, you flashy. So, you know, definitely. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And then at the end, we see Mom finally realizes, because now she done heard the truth out his own mouth at the end. And I don't know why she was shocked. She should have been mad at herself for believing that nonsense. And so we'll see, will that end up repairing her relationship with their dad, her husband, and maybe she, you know, will realize he been right all along. So who knows? Another thing, we see some lies and some trust issues going back and forth is we see Meech, we come in and he comes to talk with Wood Harris, and we see that, you know, he telling them he want to get out the game. And I don't know what made him think that would be just that simple, just that easy as to say, all right, I want to be out. And he going to say, oh, okay, good. Go have a great life. You know, nothing but the best, you know, and I hope everything work out for you. That ain't how it was going to work. You taking money out of his pocket, and he's dependent on them for his organization. And so he ain't going to never want them to leave. He's going to want them to be there as long as he in business. And so we later see that Meech then took it another step when he was telling them a couple things like, yeah, you know, you also told me a couple things like don't get high on your own supply. And of course, that ain't going to sit well because you basically called him a crackhead to his face. And even if that was true, you ain't on his level. He brought you into this game. He been doing this since you was a kid. And in his eyes, you still a kid. You only a teenager. And, you know, he had to go ahead and, you know, lay fire in his chest for coming at him like that out of pocket, which, you know, he was really pushing his luck in trying to do that. Because at any moment, you know, he lucky that he don't try to take his ass out and kill him. So, you know, he was right in the sense of trying to step away and what he said, but at the same time, you know, it's a way to do it. And then he said because of how he did it, he kind of came off a little disrespectful on what he said to him and everything. That, you know, Project Pat basically told him, you dead to me. You know, what he say? You excommunicated. Like he was from the church or whatever. He didn't, you know, kicked him out the church of, you know, the dope game. And so he didn't got excommunicated. Now, if anything should happen and he need to go back to him, it ain't going to work out for him because he ain't going to probably want to take him back. But then to make matters worse, we see that he didn't try to get him thrown under the bus and rat on him to the feds. So Project Pat, man, he turned out to be just as bad as any of these other people he dealing with, because he trying to take him out the game. And anybody try to take you out the game is always a problem. You can't never take that person for granted, or especially trust him. He should have tried to deal with Pat and with Big L for the moment, instead of trying to leave completely. He could have probably got his operation to the point where he could have copped from both of them maybe, and eventually copped less maybe, and slowly got it to the point where Pat working for him maybe. But he wasn't thinking that far ahead, and he young, so I mean, I can't blame him for not thinking that far ahead. And so it ended up, that bridge is burnt, and it seems like Meech and Terry are now really on their own. Another lie that came up to bite some people is we saw Lamar and you know, we saw the Cash Doll relationship. He said that he gonna be there for her. He ain't gonna have no trouble come their way. That was a lie, because the moment that he robbed Meech for the stash spot, he put Meech and the crew in a desperate situation. And she is to blame for messing around with two street dudes that are rivals. But she wasn't thinking ahead and realizing that what they got going on could come back to bite her in the game. She just thinking of it as a relationship aspect. And I mean, it's not her place to have to think about how the game works, and, you know, if one of them is mad or this or that, what could they possibly do? But at the same time, she's in this game dealing with these dudes. She needs to understand these ain't gonna be normal relationship problems that could come up. And we see that he's sitting here, they playing house. He trying to play daddy. They've been playing house. She the mama. They got a little daughter in here. He trying to be there for her. And it ended up coming to bite him, because he said that he gonna go and pick up the daughter from school. And they told him don't be late, because he always late. And of course he was late. And who wasn't late was Meech. Meech, he had already been talking to his brother, telling him about how they know about a way to get their stash and their money back. He didn't know if he was really going to be about it. We turns to see that the way I thought it was going to be Cash Doll when we was watching it. I said Cash Doll. I didn't think about the daughter aspect. I thought he may kidnap Cash Doll, but he kidnapped the daughter, which, you know, ended up being a good move in a way to push the buttons to get what they needed. And so what they ended up doing is what's crazy is Lamar wasn't even about to do it. He wasn't even about to you know, give up the information and tell them where she was. He wanted to have everybody find him. His angle was, all right, we gonna kidnap some of his people, his moms, try to find out where they live. But lucky for them, at least for the moment, they don't know where they live. Now, they did say later towards the end of the episode, they know where they live now. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I think something gonna happen to their mama, especially with her in that house by herself. They may end up kidnapping her, or something may end up happening to her where they terrorize her or something. And I think that's going to be a problem, or at least they're going to try to. So we'll see what happens with that. But I do think they're going to try to get some revenge for that. And so, you know, Meech and the crew, they didn't got lucky in a sense, because they knew that Lamar had people looking for him. And so what was tripped out is they had another plan in place where they was able to get D-Ray and get him to flip and tell where the stash spot is. But Lamar emotions was getting out of control, and he was about to lose, control of his crew. One of his main dudes said, man, you said we supposed to keep this focused on business. This ain't good business. What you got us doing up in here? And he said, you know what? You right. You could leave. And so what ended up happening, and I said he gonna shoot him, but he ain't shoot him. What he ended up doing is he ended up damn near choking him out to death in front of everybody. And nobody helped this dude. This dude been there in the crew since before Lamar, and now nobody was there to help him. Nobody had his back. And even Lamar told him, because he said, I don't think this is good business. He said, well, I don't pay you to think. And he damn near choked him to death right in front of everybody. And they ain't do nothing but watch. They had to politely ask him to chill. Come on, man, we need everybody we could get. And that's what saved this dude's life. But we later see that this dude, that was the last straw or the last belt for him, because now he trying to work with Meech and get his connect with Meech, and it looked like it's about to be some cracks in the foundation of the organization. I mean, Lamar ain't been there that long, so he done already kind of pushed people to the brink with that. So we'll see what happens and how long it's going to last. But I think that his organization is, I think they know that if they really want to get him, where to do and how to do it, and, take him down. But they know he got a soft spot now. And, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Meech was smart, because not only did they kidnap the girl, but we saw that he ended up, when they had him, D-Ray, and they was beating up D-Ray, we saw they ended up beating his ass. They was trying to rough him up, get him to say what's going on. And we also learned he the one that got shot in the foot at the stash house. But Meech came and said, okay, go ahead and untie him. I see you OG. I see you ain't about to say much. You ain't about to, care what we do to you. And then he took him over there to the window. And he said, this was going to happen. Either you going to tell us where this stash spot is, or I'm going to end up cutting her head off and sending it to Lamar with a note saying that you had a chance to save her life and you chose not to. You chose not to help. He said, either that, he said, or you go get me the stash spot. And so he put dude in a bad situation. He said, what you think he gonna care more about, this girl or that stash? And, at the end of the day, he did make the right choice, because they can always get him back for that stash. They could always find another way to recoup that money. But if that girl would end up dead, man, that would have took it to a whole nother level. Cash Doll probably would have, well, I don't want to say probably, she would have called the cops. If she didn't call the cops on that, that would have been horrible. She would have definitely been a bad parent if that was the case. So I'm pretty sure 100% she would have called the cops, and that would have involved police in the business. That would have got people arrested. That would have just ruined everything, and the girl would have lost her life. So it would have just went out of control. So now they still got it on the street level right now, and they can still take it to that and, possibly find a way to recoup, recop, get some payback or whatever. And so we'll see how the next episode play out. Again, I think they're going to try to kidnap somebody from Meech family or crew. And we'll see how it end up going down. Because we saw Cash Doll, she was stressing about her baby, which, I mean, that's definitely understandable. I mean, what parent, what mother, wouldn't? And so we see that, they ended up bringing her home right on time. And we see that she finally came to her senses, because when she did get the baby back, she didn't fall for hugging him or any of that nonsense. He tried to hug her, and she basically slammed the door in his face. He was happy as well when the daughter came back, but it ain't the same. And Cash Doll, I hope she realizes that these ain't the type of dudes that's best for her in her life right now, her character. I mean, a lot of people, date these kind of people and things, and, I'm not going to say, what a person should or shouldn't do, but it is not the safest bet for a person, especially with kids. And, it definitely can come back to bite you. A lot of women like to deal with some guys like this because they spend money and they'll do this and do that and buy this or buy that. But they don't think about if things get ugly and what may or may happen when it does. They only think about the good points. And, you got to think about both aspects of the game, and is it really worth it or not? So I think she had a wake-up call. She realized this ain't worth it. This is more problems than I was trying to, go for. And so we'll see if she ends up sticking to it or not. I don't know. What do y'all think in the comments? You think she gonna stay away from guys like, these two, Meech and, Lamar? What do y'all think? Put a 1 if you think she gonna stay away from these type of dudes, or put a 2 if you think she gonna end up back with some guys like this. I think that she is gonna stay away from them, at least right now. But I do think she'll stay away from them for the long term, because that should be a wake-up call. That definitely was a scary moment, that somebody has your child and they threatening their life. And it's not because it's some random kidnapper dude in a van. It's somebody that is doing that over the game. So, and then she put herself in the middle of that by messing with both of those dudes. So I think that she definitely will leave these dudes alone and realize that this ain't for her. I don't know. We'll see what y'all think. Especially you ladies, let me know, what would you do if that was you in that situation? Would that be enough? Would that be a wake-up call? Because if I was me, it definitely would be a wake-up call for me. So I don't know. But we'll see how it all work out for her. And so also we see that Coach Copper, instead of Coach Carter, Coach Copper up in here, he's about done with Meech. He done had too much going on, too many close calls, and it don't look too good. Encouraging Warrior, you say can't have your cake and eat it too, Monique. Miss Crafty, I hope she leave him alone. I know that's right. You got a 1. You say Lamar ain't gonna stay away from her. That's true. He probably won't, but it's up to her to keep that door closed. Lorenz, you say it's a 2. So she getting back in that game, huh? She like them type of ballers, huh? You say she gonna stay away, Jerron. All right. More black news. What's good? You say can't believe you up this late. It had your anxiety through the roof. Well, that ain't good. That ain't a good reason to stay late. I'm glad we could help, you calm down. Have a place to come check it out and calm down for a minute, so you don't be too anxious. D Weave, you say a 2. You encouraging Warrior 2. She in it for the money. Damn. Meech definitely was dirty for that. That is true. She better run. It's definitely a wake up call. So we got more 2s than 1s up in here. You say Meech got back at her for hurting his feelings, but she had it coming. I do think that was a little bit to do with that. He really did it for the money, but if he would have had love for her and she didn't do him the way she did him, he probably wouldn't have done that. You know, if she had a clean, nice breakup, or, you know, maybe it didn't happen that way, I don't think he would have probably used her. But because she did him dirty for Lamar, he like, oh, well, screw you too. I need my money. And so I think that was a bit of both in that. You say Lamar loves the daughter more than Monique. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's a good one. I would say it's probably about 70-30 that he loving Cash Doll. Monique up in here. You feeling better now? All right, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling a little better now. You say Lamar is going to move her off the grid and get her back. Now, that would be smart. That's a good move. You over there thinking, Miss Tasha, that would be smart to move her off the grid and have it so that nobody could do that again. He should have been on time as well. So, you know, maybe you put her in a different school. You say, I think she'll be back. She seems to like bad boys. Damn, nobody got faith that she's learned her lesson. Maybe I'm wishful thinking up in here. Yeah, I think Lamar does love that girl, but I would say 70-30. You say, who the baby daddy, Meech or Lamar? Well, the girl called him Uncle Meech and called Lamar Daddy. Lamar is older than Meech. I guess she older than Meech. So, I mean, that girl is probably like, what, 10 years old or something? So, she definitely is not Meech kid, because Meech is, what, 16? So, that means that she could damn near be his sister. So, you know, we'll see. But, yeah, I hope that she end up not getting out the game and leaving that dude alone and not getting caught up and end up shot up or going to jail or any of that stuff because of them. That'd definitely be messed up. Speaking of going to jail, we see Coach Copper is getting kind of close right there for him. We saw this one dude, he sounded like RoboCop. He was all robotic and he knew all the details and was sitting here telling all this information. He talking about dude was peanut butter complected. Well, that damn sure ain't Coach Copper. He ain't no damn peanut butter complected. But you know, he was giving all this information and they said, well, let us know if you know anything else that come to memory. And right when he said that, it kind of stopped dude in his tracks and he started thinking for a second like, you know what? I do remember something else. It was your ass. And, you know, he turned around and looked, gave him that look. And Coach Copper knew right then and there, oh, this dude is a problem. He know too much. You know, you say he onyx complexion. You Coach Copper. Yeah. So, he damn sure ain't no peanut butter delight. And so we see dude realize it. And at that moment, the Coach Copper, he realized, all right, something ain't right. I'm going to have to get rid of this dude one way or the other, because he realized that was me that had J-Mo. Now, they didn't say, or maybe I missed it, because this is my first reaction, and I just saw it once. Y'all saying she 12 years old, so yeah. Meech only four years older than her. 4 or 5 years older than her. So, you know, you saying Meech is 19? Okay. We'll see. They ain't exactly, I didn't hear them say Meech's age in this show. But, you know, he realized this dude a problem, and he gonna have to handle that problem. And I was wondering what he was gonna do. We see he ended up having to use Meech one more time. But he got a lot of damn, you know, ends he need to close. Encouraging warrior, this is a great point. You say, I hate it when females tell their kids that their new dude is the uncle. Like, I don't remember him as my uncle in my kid voice, right? And you shouldn't tell your kids that that's the uncle, because why are they dating then? So you date your uncles? You sleep with your brothers? So I get it. They trying to show some type of respect, whatever the case may be. But I wouldn't say that's your uncle. I would just tell them, this is, you know, my friend or my partner or, you know, significant other or whatever. I don't know. That's messed up. And I do know some people that had a lot of uncles, and then when they grow up, they realize that wasn't my damn uncle. That was my mama's boyfriend. She had all these damn boyfriends. So then that make it look a little too messed up. You say your mom never did that. I know that's right. That's a good thing. That definitely is weird. It definitely is. And, you know, you don't want to start that habit if anybody is out there watching, because kids do grow up and they will know what the hell happened. And you may not want that to be a memory that they then put together and be like, damn, I had about 15 uncles, Mom. Where I would wonder why my uncles would come and go and I never see them again. Now I know. Your ass was fast. You don't want that. Leave that alone. Just call them your friend or whatever the case, and leave it at that. Because then they may not be around long, and you done made them a family friend. You never know how they may misuse that information, let alone how when the child grows up, they're going to put it together anyway. So, you know, best not do that. Anyway, we see Coach Copper. He trying to cover his ass. They told in this investigation that J-Mo was missing one of his earrings. And so he ended up checking in the back seat of his car, thinking in case maybe he had dropped one of the earrings in his car. And sure enough, he did. And he found it. But like a dumbass, he's doing this at the police station instead of just driving home and doing this where he could do it in privacy. He's doing it at the police station, and while he's doing it, his partner walks up. His partner has been all on his ass. Just another, you know, Angie, Sachs, all of the same stuff going on. Cruz, you know, they like to have a lot of recurring roles with the writers of these shows. And it's starting to really start to show more and more. But he was on his back. He asking him what's going on, what you doing. He tried to play it off and say, oh no, I was looking for my house keys. He say, you need some help? No, I got it. You know, so his partner ain't stupid. His partner on to him. He realizing that pretty much is something going on, and he known ever since he been sitting there trying to cover for Meech and the family that something wasn't right with them. We later see what happened with later when he was following them, you know. So it just seemed like a lot of stuff is gonna backfire on Coach Copper, and I think he gonna end up having to take out Cruz. So we'll see. Terry's lawyer is Proctor, Miss Proctor. Definitely. The lawyer that can do no wrong. excellent lawyer. Gonna get them all the money they ever dreamed of. Then drink a little something. So, man, how many of y'all think that Coach Copper gonna have to take Cruz out? Put a 1 if y'all think he gonna take him out. Put a 2 if you think he gonna, not take him out, and he gonna keep trying to, figure out ways to lie and hide his way out of trouble. Because we saw in this episode they had went to old boy's house, Robo Snitch. They went to Robo Snitch house, and he was gone. So some of the neighbors said, they saw him leaving with boxes and everything, and he done skipped town. So they like, oh, okay, well, I guess he don't have much to say. They thought that he had more evidence to say. They thought he had more to offer, but turns out he ended up skipping town. Well, what Coach Copper didn't realize is that he thought he got away with the lie. He thought he covered it up, but he didn't. So he went away to tell Meech and tie that loose end up, not realizing that his partner didn't buy it. So let's see. Does everybody say, damn, Savannah, he gonna kill him? Miss Crafty, you hopeful he gonna figure out ways to keep lying? Kamara, Tay, Tasha, Alicia, you say he gonna keep lying? You like that Robo Snitch?
Yes, he was a caramel butter pecan delight. Yeah, he had one earring. It was a diamond stud. He was about this high.
Dude was happy to tell his spill the beans. You say Meech gonna take him out for Onyx Copper. Copper fit. LaRon, everybody think he dead, boy. I think he dead man walking too, man. Coach Copper, he gonna end up probably having Meech do it. Telling Meech that this dude is hot on their trail and you need to do this or something in order to stay out of jail. Because he did tell them that he was done with them, but he may end up saying, hey, he got more info on you. This is what you need to do. You say Coach Copper probably stopped at his house, told him to leave town. Well, he had Meech do it. That's when they met at the gas station. He asked Meech and he said, yeah, we made sure. So that's one of the things is that he had Meech tell Robo Snitch to get out of Dodge. And then after that was over, he said, we done. So, yeah, he definitely looked suspect. I thought he was planted at first, too. But when I saw them meet at the gas station, I'm thinking, oh, okay. He was for real. He really was trying to, like, robo-snitch on their ass. Like, he really was just nosy as hell. One of them neighbors that sit in the window taking notes on everybody's activities. Like, this dude, yeah. He was definitely had too much of them details. Yeah, you say he had those details on point. Sound like his statement was scripted to me. It did. The way he talked it. The way he talked and everything he was doing and saying. I mean, I ain't know. But when we saw them meet up, that's when I realized that Meech, Coach Copper had Meech scare him off. And then Meech gave him that money back. Copper gave him that money back. And Meech was sitting there looking shocked. Because now he realized that he don't have an ace in the hole. But Coach Copper, like I say, he's slipping. Because I guess he thought that his partner was dumber than he looked. Which, wasn't far off. But his partner ain't buying nothing that he's selling. His partner ain't buying nothing that he's selling, and he been on his ass ever since they was going to the interview at their house. And it come to find out that his partner followed him when he went to go meet up with Meech, and he saw what was going on, and he saw Meech standing there holding the bag, and he saw Coach Copper give it to him. Monk. You ain't lying. He was a snitch, stinking though. Skunk. You call him skunk up in this boy. He gonna be stinking. He lucky he ain't left stinking right now, Meech and them crew. That Meech and them is young. Because when they get older, I'm sure they got bodies buried all around the D. No, Monk the TV show, Tony Shalhoub. You talking about Tony Shalhoub, Tay, or you talking about Monk from The Wire? We saw that this dude right here, Angie's uncle, Uncle Angie, like he in The Sopranos. Hey, Uncle Angie, Uncle Angie. He ain't playing, man. He over here investigating Coach Copper like he part of the B.M.F, which he damn near is, and his reputation is kind of out there too much because we saw Project Pat knew who he was and that he ended up being in Meech's pocket. So, I'm wondering how did that happen is what I'm wondering. What? Meech must have been one hell of a baseball player, or he must have been one horrible baseball coach in order to do that and agree to throwing away his career as a cop to make some extra money from some teenager selling dope. He must have been struggling, man. It seemed that they got a lot of these guys in Detroit with good jobs. They don't know how to manage and pay their bills or something, man. I don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna throw everybody in the D under the bus. I'm just saying on this show, because me and my boy Brillo did talk about how the Pops had a GM shirt and it said Fleetwood, which I said was Cadillac Fleetwood, and they said he worked at the Fleetwood, the Cadillac division. That's good money though back then, especially those people back then that worked at GM and Ford are part of the reason that GM and Ford was in trouble in the 2000s, because when they retired, they was getting like $60, $70 an hour. Pops was at least making $30 an hour, and they said he worked at the hospital. How the hell he got two good jobs and they broke sharing milk, not even sharing cereal. They sharing cereal milk. Like, come on. You talking about Tony Shalhoub. Yeah, Tony Shalhoub, man. Monk, the TV show. That show is something else, man. Tony Shalhoub is something else, man. He a good actor, though. Monk was a show that went under the radar. At the time, I used to work a lot, so I didn't get to catch it as much as I liked. But it was a hit show at one point. You think Lopez decided to follow him right after he found out the snitch left town? Maybe the coach paid the coach a visit, the snitch a visit like Cleo, and set it off. Hey, probably. I think Meech is the one that did it though. But he told Meech to do it. So basically it's the same thing, So Meech is flashy. Meech is flashy. And he is too visible. You can't be his age in a Mercedes with fur and jewelry and all of that stuff. How is that possible? Yeah, that's a good point, Jerron. The mama does handle the money. But if I'm giving you my Cadillac money, literally, and my damn hospital money, and the bills ain't paid, I think you need to get fired from your management position. it's going to be a change in management, and I need to manage these funds because something ain't right. What you been doing? Giving Uncle Snoop? You giving Uncle Snoop some money, huh? You got a new uncle too, huh? Uh-huh. I think Lopez decided to track Coach right after he found out the snitch left town. Maybe the coach paid the snitch a visit like, oh, I read, you must have resent it. All right, you threw me off. Thought I read that already. Oh, you typed it on here. Okay. They probably was paying him way more than the city pays him. Terry mentioned they made over $25K per day. Everyone has a price. That's true. That is true. Everyone does have a price. And you probably making a good point. But you would like to think, and I'm not saying you, but we would like to think as a cop and as a baseball coach that you wouldn't have a price to look the other way with drug dealing and stuff. Maybe he didn't think it would lead to murder. And maybe that's where he draw the line. And I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Maybe he looked at drug use as a victimless crime. So we'll see. But I don't know. You say I love Terry because he's more discreet. Meech is more of a problem. Too damn flashy. That is true. Terry is almost as flashy though. He drive a Mercedes. He got the same chains, this, that, and the other. But Meech is a more flashy personality too, which is really bad. Because now you gonna be a flashy personality and you got the flashy clothes and everything else to go with it. Sharing a quarter pack of ground beef. How you living? Right. It's a change in management, baby. I know you're supposed to be, managing this and that. But where the hell is my paycheck going? We got a quarter pack of ground beef. Something ain't right. She done given that money to Uncle Snoop. That ain't about to fly. We ain't about to do that. You thought Coach was going to take the bait with Crack Pat. I did too at first. But he ended up, I guess, realizing he going to be in too deep. Like Jay Ree, if he keep taking that money. You say the B.M.F timeline was short. 10 years as a youth, 5 years on their own. 15 years is a long time, though, to be as big as they are. But in reality, 15 years is nothing. That is true. Young Slim, what up, what up? No extradition plans, just partying. Yeah, right. They ain't thinking about the long-term effects. They should have got a damn private plane and left the country. Got some fake accounts in Panama, Switzerland or something. They ain't thinking ahead. And we see that they finally did get the little connect going with Big L and like a couple idiots. He's sitting on the bed of his mama's house with just bricks laid out like it's his new Sunday outfit. Why you got bricks and keys of cocaine sitting on the bed like that? And Meech sneak in and they in here talking as if it ain't nothing. They better be glad it ain't no wire in the house. They talking about kidnappings, people getting killed, drug deals. They just laid it all out there, and I don't know why she didn't realize this before, but Mom Dukes done finally heard it out their own mouth. She done dropped her little glass of Cavassier. No, that was some white right there. That was some vodka or water, whatever. She done dropped her glass of juice and realized finally that these lies, they were big lies, not just no little lies. They were some big ones. And that her husband was right the whole time. She talking about she want to believe her kid, this, that, and the other. They doing grown stuff. They ain't no kids. And she saw it with her own eyes, the bricks on the bed. So it's no longer any denial as an excuse. She actually has seen and heard more than the dad has. Because the dad was just putting two and two together. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this last question before I get ready to wrap this up. Put a 1 in the comments if you think she going to still be there for Terry. Put a 2 if she done and she going to kick him out. You know, part of the same 1. If she going to be there, that means she going to still look the other way. She going to accept that he's selling dope. She don't care. That's her baby. Or put a 2 if she going to be like, you know what? You can't live here no more. I don't want no more of your money. I don't want this and that. You got to go. What y'all think? I'm going to say it's going to be a 1. I'm putting a 1. I think she going to look the other way. She's still going to be there for her baby. She's still going to try to justify this and that. She going to be a little upset. She ain't going to tell the father. She not going to tell the father that she noticed. She ain't going to tell them she saw bricks in the house. She ain't going to tell them she heard him talking about kidnappings and murders. So I think that she going to still make excuses for her baby. Whereas a lot of people was upset about the dad, but he doing what a father should do. Tough love. You can't just keep doing that for your kids. They ain't going to learn. And it's going to end up backfiring on her. I think, like I said earlier in this video, Lamar is going to try to kidnap her. Watch. He going to try to kidnap her because that's the one piece they could kidnap that would affect both Meech and Terry equally. You kidnap Terry's wife or girlfriend or kids, that's going to affect him a little more than Meech. You get Meech, it's going to affect Meech more than Terry. Not that they wouldn't care because they brothers, but it's going to affect one more than the other. You kidnap their mama, that's going to hit them both hard below the belt at the same time. Knockout blow. So I think that's what he gonna go for. Let me go ahead. You got a 1. She gonna keep caping. 1. Yeah, she gonna be there. She refused to accept it. You say got another 1. 1. You say she a mom. So that's basically a 1, right? The 1, she gonna be there for Terry. Encouraging warriors say 2. She ain't gonna be it. But you say a third option. Ain't no third option. What's the third option? What, she don't approve of it but still pay my bills? What's the... Ain't no third option. Either she gonna keep taking the money or she not. What, she gonna only take just enough? I don't want to take your money, baby. Just enough to pay the bills. That's it. No more, no less. I'm not greedy. You say you couldn't what? See it? I had to get a trial on the Stars app real quick. Well, we watched every episode in Discord, so I mean, hey, y'all could join this membership for this channel, and it's a lot of benefits to being a member. We do watch every episode at midnight, so you say Pop's about to get with the program. I mean, in reality, that's what happened, but is that going to happen in the show? Another 1, their mom is hurt. She knew, she just didn't want to believe it. Go Astros. Miss Jocelyn, you a straight Houston, ride for your city and the Cowboys. That's what's up. You say, yes, a 1. Yeah, I don't think that she's going to leave. She gonna take that money and she gonna find a way to justify it. That's her baby. She gonna turn the blind eye just like Terry, and she gonna keep it moving. Got a 2. I think we only had a couple of 2s up in here, maybe 3. Everybody think that she gonna keep it moving, so she been choosing them. You say, she gonna tell Terry, look me straight in my eye. Lady, how? That's what old boy told Terry, D-Ray. If she called herself a woman of God, she would do the right thing. That's true. She does go in to church with Pastor Cavassier, so who knows? You say you could see her allowing Meech to move back in since she was wrong. How was she wrong? In her mind, she would be keeping them safe. The father not there, so why not? How is she keeping them safe and how is she wrong? Meech was selling drugs. She can't protect them. Just because they live there doesn't mean they're going to stop selling drugs. She can't keep them safe. She's actually going to get herself in danger by having them there. She can't protect them, so wait. She gonna stop Lamar?
These my babies. You gonna have to squash the beef and shake hands. Ain't nobody gonna fight no more. I'm their mama, and I say you all go play and be friends.
She can't do a damn thing. She can't keep nobody safe. She wasn't wrong. She was, in denial, but Meech is a drug dealer. So, I don't know. I don't like B. Mickey. There's something off about him. Too trigger happy. That's true. That's why he ain't the one making the shots. Because, he take the shots, but he ain't a shot caller because he can't think 2-3 moves ahead. She don't want to admit to her husband is right. They might kidnap Meech's sister. She's dear to the whole family. That's a point too. I forgot all about the sister because we don't see her too often. They could kidnap Meech's sister, and that would be something that would affect everybody. That's a good point, Miss Jocelyn. I agree 100%. And I agree with you, Tay. They do need their own cribs. What the hell are they doing living with their mama still with Mercedes parked out front? I would have been got my own spot. She meaning her and her husband. You lost me. I don't know what you mean. All of what you are saying is true. I'm thinking from a naive mom point of view. Oh, well, no wonder I didn't. No wonder I didn't catch on. I got you. The mama gonna rough Lamar up like the mama, and I'm gonna get you, sucker. Don't you hurt my baby. Now go ahead and pick my pillows up. Pick my pillows up, baby. Okay. Now Jack Slade no longer lives here. I thought it was the Soldier Boy. Jack! Meech no longer lives here. Now pick my pillows up, Lamar. You can't think of it as if you are in the situation. Well, that's true. I was thinking of it as what she would do. If it was me, oh, hell no. I don't know, man. If it was me, I would feel like the dad. But at the same time, I wouldn't have moved out of the house. And I wouldn't have been working those jobs and we don't have stuff paid and this and that. Then I would have been paying the bills and managing the money or something. And I don't know. I would have just did things different than that, than what they was doing anyway. So I had to take me out of it. I wouldn't have probably started selling drugs with them, though. If I'm their father. That would have made me feel weird. Selling drugs with my teenage kids. And they telling me what to do, and I'm getting a paycheck and doing this and that and taking penitentiary chances, and I wouldn't have did that. And then by that age, like, you should know better. The window or the stairs. Now it's two ways out of here, Lamar. You can take the window or the stairs. Now that was funny. But as the story goes on, Dad got down. Well, that's in real life. But we don't know if that's what they will do in the show. Which I'm glad they have changed a couple of things. I hope they change more, because too much of this story has already been told, which almost make it not even watchable. It's not the same as Raising Canaan, whereas all you know is how they die. People know every aspect of this story damn near already. They know all the characters, they know all this stuff, and it's like, oh man, it's just almost not even watchable to a sense, because you already know the story. You could watch one documentary damn near, or two, and you got the whole story. So, you know, it's a TV show. They got other aspects they trying to change up, and I hope that, you know, they change it up a little bit more and keep it interesting for everybody. So we'll see. All right, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe if you're new. You know, join that membership. We do a lot of fun things in the membership. Like, you know, we all watched this episode when it was on. And also, you know, watch a lot of different things, talk, conversate, a lot of other conversations going on in the Discord. So, you know, it was definitely, you know, a lot of fun watching tonight. And the conversation after the episode was good as well. I appreciate everybody for joining. I was hoping we could have got to 50 likes so I could have played a video tonight. So we'll see, maybe later tonight. We'll see how it goes. I appreciate everybody for joining, for watching, especially this late. And I'll check y'all all out later tonight. And also, Insecure, the final season comes out tonight on HBO. I'm going to be talking about Insecure on HBO, as well as this episode on B.M.F. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. I hope everybody had a good time, and I'll see y'all later. And, you know, everybody, you know, be safe out there. We got the Astros and the Braves fans up in this piece. That's what's up. I appreciate everybody for watching. Too bad my damn Cubs and White Sox destroyed their teams. That's Chicago baseball for you. Both teams took 100 years to win. Then they get some winners and then just destroy the teams. But, you know, I guess my grandkids will see them win again one day. Anyway, everybody. Oh, but my Bulls are looking good. So I do got some hope with the Bulls. Anyway, everybody be safe out there. Be safe, wear a mask, and I'll see y'all later tonight. Deuces. Peace.